Agriculture chemical weed control. Chemical weed control. This method involves the use of poisonous substance to control weeds. The chemical used to control weeds is called herbicide. Classification of herbicide. There are two ways of classifying herbicide. A classification based on time of application. Pre-planting herbicide / soil sterilant herbicide. These are herbicide that are applied into a prepared seedbed before planting. Crops e.g. bromacil. Pre-emergence herbicide. These are herbicide that are applied after planting of seeds but before germination e.g. simazine, atrazine. Post-emergence herbicide. These are herbicide applied after the crop has emerged or germinated. They are largely used to suppress the growth of weeds without killing or affecting the growth of crop plants in the area. E-classification based on the basis of action. Contact non-selective herbicide. These are herbicides which kills any crops with which they come in contact with e.g. paraquat gramoxone. Agriculture chemical weed control. Weeds without affecting narrow-leaved weeds e.g. simazine 24D, McPot MCPP. Factors that influence selectivity of herbicide. Selectivity is the ability of the herbicide to kill certain plants and leave others unaffected. The degree of wetting the leaves of the plant should be thoroughly wetted e.g. broad-leaved weeds has large surface to be attracted with chemicals. Structure of the plant. Some plants have natural protection e.g. waxing, cuticles and tough scale leaves which prevent penetration of herbicide. Resistance of the weeds to herbicide. Some weeds have inbuilt physiological resistance and can detoxify the herbicide, making it harmless. Time of application e.g. post-emergence herbicide when applied before emergence of the crop selectivity will not be achieved. Advantages of using chemical method / herbicide. It can be used in good time before competition set in, e.g. pre-emergence herbicide. It lowers the cost of production on the farm since only one person is. Agriculture chemical weed control. It is used to control perennial weeds which are difficult to control mechanically. It is used to control weeds on a large scale. It is cheaper than using hand labor in the long run. Disadvantages of chemical method of weed control. It is expensive since it involves buying of chemical. The use of chemical requires specialized skills which most farmers lacks. It is difficult to get chemical for use. Chemical is poisonous to human being and farm animals. If not used carefully, chemical can destroy crops. It pollutes air, water, and soil. It causes unemployment since less people are employed in the use of herbicide on the farm. Some herbicide has long residual effects in the soil and may cause to crops grown in the next season. Factors that influence the choice of herbicide. The prevalent weed species. The climate of the area, i.e. rainfall condition, wind, etc. Agriculture chemical weed control. Application of herbicide in wet weather / rainy conditions since the herbicide will be washed away. Late application of herbicide. Herbicide should be applied at the correct stage of weed growth. Older weeds tend to resist herbicide and they need high dosage. Poor formulation, a mixing of herbicide which alters the concentration of chemicals. This makes herbicide less effective. Use of chemical on the crop not intended for spraying in windy weather which make chemical to get drifted out of the intended place. Use of expired herbicide. Safety precautions when handling herbicide / chemicals. The user should follow the manufacturer's instruction before mixing and spraying the chemical. The user should not eat / smoke when spraying herbicide. Avoid inhaling breathing in the herbicide since it is poisonous to human being. The operator should wear protective clothes like gumboots, gloves, overall, mask, cape when using chemical. Agriculture chemical weed control. One should not spray when it is about to rain or immediately after the rain to avoid dilution of chemical. Do not keep the herbicide in an unlabeled container to avoid being mistaken for water or other drinks. Seek medical attention in case you feel unwell after spraying the herbicide. In case the herbicide enters your eye during spraying, flush it immediately using clean water and soap. Animals should not be allowed to pass through the sprayed area as they will cause drift of chemical.